What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be installing a auto stop start cancellation device on a 2021 Toyota RAV4. This device works on all 2019 up to the most current Toyota RAV4 that has the stop starts option. How do you know if your vehicle has a stop start function? Well, when you get in your car and you look right next to your shifter, there's going to be a little button that you press and that turns off your stop start function. So typically you will get in your car, you would start your vehicle, you will wait for the lights to come off, and then you will go over here and you will press this button and you will turn off auto stop start. Now your car, when you come down to a stop, it won't turn off, and then when it turns back on, it has a tendency to yank forward. I personally don't like the stop start system on the newer RAV4s. The reason is simple. It's whenever you get to a red light or even a stop and the vehicle shuts off, and when you let go of the brake, the vehicle tends to turn back on because it senses that you're going to be moving forward. However, that motion of it switching between off and on is not smooth. It has a hard yank forward, so every time the stop start system turns back on, it almost like yanks you back. It's almost like a whiplash. It's not a smooth transition, and every time I get into my wife's car, I always turn it off and I go, but a couple times I forget it and I stop and it reminds me that it's on when I get the little whiplash going on. So there is a kit that you can buy for 20 bucks. This is off Amazon. It comes with this adapter. You splice it into the harness between this auto stop switch and the harness, and every time you turn off the car, it would automatically trigger that cancellation, so you don't have to press that button. This kit comes with the actual device, it comes with a panel popper, and then it comes with a tool for a 10mm bolt, because you will need to remove it from the shifter. Okay guys, so let's get to it. First, we will need to remove this knob, and to remove this knob, we will need to pull down on the sleeve in order to expose this metal clip right here, because we will need to pop it off to slide this off. To pop off that clip, we're going to use this panel popper that comes with this kit. We're going to use the thinner end of it. We're going to get it behind this clip. We're going to sneak it in there, pull it back, and this will slide off the knob. Now we're going to take off this cover. We're going to use the same panel popper. We're going to sneak it in between these two gaps, and we're just going to pry up on it, and this will pull off this panel. You will need to disconnect two connectors from it, this one and this one, and we can move it out of the way. Then we are going to take off this tray. Pops into place, so we're going to pop it up. There will be two more connectors on the back side. We will need to disconnect them. Disengaging the clips on both sides. And then there will also be a clip right here. You're going to pull up on the clip and it will slide off. You will need to remove this trim piece next. This is one long trim piece that goes all the way up. There will be a 10mm bolt holding it right here. This is the socket tool that comes with the kit. You can use that to remove it, or if you have your own set of tools. I have actually lost the retainer for the 10mm clip when I was running my wife's camera, so I'm actually going to be installing that on later. But once you have that off, you will just pull up on this piece and it will slide out like this to move it out of the way. Now we will need to remove these two control panels to get to the back of the switch. To remove that, you can just grab this panel and just give it a nice pull. It's clipped in and it will unclip. Just pull the connector out, and now you have access to this piece, which the same thing is clipped in, and all you need to do is give it a pull and it will come out. You do not need to disconnect any of the connectors here. You can just leave it like this, because the only thing you will need to disconnect is this connector, so you can splice this device in between the two, and then we'll put it back together. So let's remove this connector by pulling it up. Now we're going to take our device, we're going to hook one end in on this end, and then we'll clip the other one into this end, and then you can just tuck it away in a way that it won't be in the way, like this. Once you have that installed, we will install this panel back in. There is 3 clips up top here, and then there's 3 clips at the bottom. All you will need to do is line them up. and everything should just clip right back in like that. Now we're gonna grab our climate control, plug that in. This should line back up, give it a good push, and that should also line up like that. Now we're going to install this trim piece. You're gonna make sure everything is lined up properly, and it should just clip into place like that. You will install the 10mm bolt that you took off here. Once that's installed, we're going to take the tray and we're going to install it. So we're going to grab the harness, we're going to hook up the two connectors that go in there like that. Make sure you get a nice good click, and then we're going to put in this clip right here for the harness. We're going to put that in, we're going to line that back up inside, and it should click into place like that. Now we're going to grab our shifter. Make sure to connect your two connectors. If you don't and you try to start the car, you're going to get a bunch of parking lights displayed on the dash, so clip those two in like this, line it up over the shifter, press it down, and it will clip in. And finally, the pin that you took off and the knob that you have, before you slide it over, make sure to install the pin first, or the clip. All you have to do is line it up with the grooves, push it in, make sure it's locked in this tab right here, and now when you install it and you slide over it, you'll hear a click like that, and it's not going to go anywhere. You're going to pull the sleeve over it, and that's all. Okay, so now we're going to start the vehicle. Once we started, after a couple seconds, the stop start auto switch should be disabled automatically without us having to press this button right here. So let's start the car. Let's wait for it to light up, and there goes our auto stop start is off. So now every time we get in the car, we will not have to press that button. It will automatically disable that feature for us, so we won't have to worry about that. Okay guys, but be aware, there is a minor flaw to this. If you do turn off your car and then turn it back on after you had it on, the system will not disengage. That is because that little device that's in there needs to be pre-charged, and when you turn the car off and turn it back on, that does not give that device enough time to pre-charge, and it will not disable that stop start system. So if you are seeing that happening and you are turning off your car and turning back on when that happens, that is a normal condition. As of now, I don't know of any device that doesn't do it. That is the only minor flaw that this device has. So if you are having that issue, to my understanding, it is completely normal at this time. So if you guys are like me and you guys hate this auto stop start function on your RAV4, make sure to check out the description below, as I will tag this product in there. And like always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.